Hello, everyone out in the YouTube land. This is the Real News Talk Show, and I'm your Real News host coming today with a story which everybody probably have heard regarding Gabrielle Union and the firing of her on the show along with her other co-worker that was fired. Uh, Look, the thing of it is that oftentimes when we go on these jobs, we do hear, all of us have heard people making like racist comments, and probably even white people probably have heard racist comments. And but the thing of it is, a lot of people just don't bring it forth. So Gabrielle Union, she decided to voice her opinion regarding the situation. I recall once I was doing a major commercial, and there was a sexual type of comment that I heard on the set while I was doing a filming, and of course you have to stop if you mess up. And so when I heard that comment, then I stopped. I couldn't believe it. It was the producer saying something sexual. And, I stopped. I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. And so it was something that they gave me to do, while they was filming, because I was doing some acting. And actually, that particular role was the role that did land me SAG. It was a SAG commercial. And I'm not going to say the name of, who it was, but it was a SAG commercial, and they gave me something to hold in my hand, and they was saying, kind of act like you love it or something, or kiss it, and then everybody started laughing because it was a long object, kind of like the shape of a penis, if you know what I mean. And I kind of paused. I didn't quite understand what was going on. And so now that all this stuff is coming out, I actually can identify with the sexual and the racist situations when you're on sets filming, because you're dealing with all these different people and producers and everybody around you, and they laugh like it's just no big thing, because in LA it's like everything is either sexual, even the way people dress is sexual. Even you notice on all the awards, everybody's sexual. The more skin they show, the more sexual it is. So if it's not racist, it's sexual. It's always in Hollywood going to be something. So the thing of it is that I think now Gabrielle Union is fighting. I don't know if she's fighting for her job, but I heard that her people were communicating with the network, television network, regarding that situation. So they never just came out and said exactly what it was. It was something racial, and also it was something about her hair. But I just can't understand it being something about her hair, because I've seen women on there, African American women, that Simon actually liked, and their hair would be crazier than that. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't know what actually happened there. It could have been a personality conflict as well. And so, like if you're on the set and one person don't like you, then it kind of spreads. Everybody kind of collaborates together. And when you have one person don't like you and they've been around a long time, just like I said when I did that commercial and that happened, well, all of those people been together for years, because it's a small world in this movie making business or in television shows. It's a small world. And like they say, if you mess up with one person, then everybody, they get rid of you. Everybody turns against you. Remember Monique? All it takes is one person. So now that this is out about Gabrielle Union, we're going to watch and see what happens. But normally when one person, if you go against one network, then the other networks are going to be afraid to mess with you because of that one situation. I mean, that's just the way it is in Hollywood. Hollywood is just like that. And a lot of people had to do a lot of crazy things in order to get to Hollywood or to get to be a celebrity like Gabrielle Union did. So it had to be a little more to the story. And I don't really know what it is, and but it had to be a little more than that because, like I said, I've seen women hair worse than how Gabrielle Union wear her hair. And Gabrielle Union likes to model. She likes to style. She likes to dress. That's her makeup. That's her thing. Just like other people that have been on the show. But it's just that I guess because she spoke out, because she always voices her opinion. But sometimes it doesn't matter if you have money. Sometimes you just have to stay quiet and go ahead and make your money. And then after you make it, then you go back and kick them in the butt. Because that's how people do you. It doesn't matter who you are, how much money you got, because people don't care about that anymore. You see how they bringing down all these. Look at Bill Cosby. They don't care if you're a billionaire, trillionaire, or what. People are just coming to mess with anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. And your money can't do anything about it. It really doesn't. It's just like you're just another human being just floating around on this earth. That's all. Because it doesn't matter about your credits. I found that to be true. The more you give, sometimes the more people turn around and kick you in your butt anyway. So it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. But I really would want to know, and I know you guys do too, what actually happened behind the scenes of that situation. But thank God it wasn't just her to get fired. So they can't say, we can't say that it's racism because they fired the other girl who was Caucasian. You see what I'm saying? And I think she's worth like $70 million. So see, they didn't care nothing about her money. And I think Gabrielle Union's worth $20 million. Of course, she had her husband, so she's worth more with him. But they don't give a damn about who you are. You're just another African American person that's on the scene. But in that case, as I said again, it may not be racist. It's got to be something personal because of them firing the other girl, which was Caucasian, that wasn't African American. You see what I'm saying? So that might be a hard one to prove that it was a racist against Gabrielle Union because of them firing that other girl. And so far as the hair, like I said, it's something more personal because I didn't see anything that was so damaging with her hair that could cause Simon not to like her because of the fact that I've seen other people hair, white and black hair, different styles, different looks. I've seen them dressed, very sexy and seductive and on the show and everything. The breasts showing and boobs, cleavage showing and, mini dresses up the yang yang. And so it's something personal. It's something about the staff and Gabrielle Union. They don't like her energy. They don't like her as a person. Had to be. It really had to be her and not her hair, not her race or anything like that. But that gave them an opportunity when she did speak up. See, it gave them an opportunity to get rid of her when she did speak up about the racist comments. All along, they probably didn't like her. But when she spoke up about the race comments or racial comments on the set or at the studio or wherever, that gave them a chance to say, let's get rid of her. So, and then by them getting rid of the other girl, then people can't say it's racist. So that will be a hard discrimination case to prove. Now, if they did the racist comments and Gabrielle Union had a recording of that, and they would have, if it had been any other African American people on the panel and they would have gotten rid of them, then they could have said, this is racist. So my take is that it's something personal between her and them. It's something they did not like about her as a human being, because I just can't see them just letting her go like that because she stood up for racism. It had to be something more than that. And then when the racism came up about that, then they let her go because of the fact that they may slip and say it again or say something else and they know that she's already mentioned it. You see what I'm saying? So normally people, if they feel like it's going to be a problem with certain situations that may pop up again, they get rid of you. They get rid of you. They had the opportunity to, and they got rid of someone else so that now you cannot say. You see what I'm saying? You can't say that it's racism, even though it could have been because of the fact that they fired someone else that wasn't African American. This stuff is a fine line, and it's very thought out. These people think this stuff out before they do let you go, because they already know you have enough money, like Gabrielle Union has enough money to come back after them, as they said that her producers, or I mean her attorneys, are speaking with the network's attorneys. So I don't know really what's going on. All I know is I feel that it's something personal with her. It's something with her they may be holding against. Remember, everybody was talking about the fact that she took her stepson to the gay parade. You know, you never know what's in the back of people's minds, because it was a lot of talk online about that. And then when her and Dwayne Wade got together, there was a lot of talk about that. See, when you're in the limelight, whatever you did wrong, or they thought it was wrong in their own minds, then they'll come back and use something else against you. You know, because long ago it was talk about when she first got with Dwayne Wade. Remember when him and Gabrielle Union, he was married, and all that talk online about his wife, and she took him from his wife and broke up a family. And you know, people think about all that stuff, especially if they knew that that was a family, and indeed that did happen. I'm not one to judge. I'm only saying that when people feel, because of all that talk that was online, and with her being a celebrity, she's in the limelight. She's in the limelight. Me, you, or someone else may have just as much money as Gabrielle Union, but because she is a celebrity in the limelight and she's well known, then all of her business and Dwayne Wade's business is out for the public to nibble on. So if they find any little thing, they can reach back and say, oh, I remember when she did this anyway. So if she's going to mention that about racism, let's just go ahead and get rid of her, because she's going to be a problem to this company, and we don't need that. And when you mess up with one person, like I said, like Monique, remember when she stood up and got booted out? And I was watching the Real. I don't know if you guys saw this, but on the Real, they were talking about that, how it was someone online, and they said they was reading, comments from different various people, and they said that they stood up for their rights or something, and the next day they got fired. You see, anybody that they think may sue them, or come back, or put them out there in the public, and everybody starts looking at the network negative and stuff, then they're going to get rid of you, because they don't want anybody to know if there's anything they did that was something such as racism. Because racism still exists. It will always exist. And many people, I've heard people just being out, and probably you have too, white and black. I've heard whites say something about black people. I've heard black people say something about white people. I've heard black people say something about their own people. I've heard white people say something about their own people. It's always a mess. People are people, and this stuff is going to go on and on and on and on and on. So if you hear it directly on a job, and if you hear it, I've heard it, like I said, different things I've heard on jobs and on sets when I do commercials or go on castings or whatever. But I kind of ignore them, until I make my money. And then I'll come and get you. But because I remember when my dad, when I was growing up, it was like 8 of us, and I'm the 7th sibling. I remember my dad. I would say, Dad, why are you so nice like that to those people? And he said, because I'm laughing all the way to the bank, and I don't give a damn what they say, long as I get my money to take care of you guys, so y'all can have Nike and this and that and that and this, and Schrin bikes, the best, and all the horses we wanted, and breed Appaloosas, had them full-blooded Appaloosas riding all the parades road. He said, I don't give a damn what they say. He said, because I am laughing all the way to the bank. So some things you just Don't worry about it. Long as you make your money. Because even though, you may have all the money and everything you need, but still, it's never enough because you never know what could happen. And God can come and take it away, just like many people, just like in Houston here, the Harvey hurricane, people had mansions and everything, especially in the Maryland area. I mean, I saw it. They had it all. And guess what? They had to start all over again. So you have to keep the money coming to keep the lifestyle going. And if long as somebody don't touch me and sexually touch me, or abuse me daily mentally, then I probably let it slide me and make my money, like my daddy said, and laugh all the way to the bank. And be where I may have 20 million, then I'm gonna end up having 100 million. You see what I'm saying? So some things you just have to relax with and just let it roll, unless it really, really, and with Gabrielle Union, it had to have really, really, really touched her in some shape, form, or fashion. It really did for her to come out and voice her opinion. It had to have been something very bad. And so, just like on the reel, they were saying, well, just tell us what was it, because something's not adding up here. I mean, it just didn't seem like it was enough for her to get fired unless she wasn't liked. Because sometimes people put out energies. Everybody's not likable. Everybody's not likable. Everybody don't like me. No matter how nice I am, everybody don't like you. Certain people, there are certain energies of certain people that I can't even be around because I don't want to. I don't give a damn how much money they have. If they don't have what I have from God and the energy is not right, I don't want to be around them, period. It's something that turns me off. If people have a certain energy that I don't like, and everybody have different energies, so they can pick up what they want from who they may like or who they may not like. But I gotta feel some good vibes and energy around me. It's not that I think I'm more than anybody else, but I have that choice because God made me be that way. And if I feel that I'm giving out good energy, then I don't want no bad energy sucking off of mine. I really don't. If we flow, see, like they say, if it flows, it flows. And if it don't, it don't. And I'm not going to try to force anything to flow with me. So, and everybody else should feel the same way I do. So I'm not trying to act like I'm this and I'm that. But the way a man thinks, so is he. If I have the right to choose the way I feel, that's me. But it goes a little deeper than that because I don't even have that right. It's God's right. Whatever energy, he'll nudge you like this here. You'll start feeling like if it's somebody around you don't want to be with, it's flinching. You're uncomfortable. You can't work around them. You can't, So maybe the energy with Gabrielle Union and Simon and the other people that she said did the ratio, maybe she didn't feel the energy with them and they didn't feel the energy with her. It wasn't a flow. Because I feel that it had to be something more than just that. And I do think it was energy involved. It was energy involved. I really do. They didn't click. They didn't click at all. And I know oftentimes African American people will say, well, I'm not going to bow down to anybody. Period. Well, you shouldn't bow down to anybody, period. I wouldn't give a damn if they was African American, white, black, blue, yellow, green. You shouldn't have to bow down to anybody just to make a buck, especially when you're earning your money. However, you do have to get along with people in order to flow, as I did all the years that I worked since I was 13, to become who I am today in my own mind. You don't have to bow down. And if you get disrespected, you do have to voice your opinion if it gets to the point that it bothers you mentally. And see, that's why I say it's something else that was going on there, because it had to bother her mentally. And like I said, they could have been thinking about all this other stuff in the past with Gabrielle Union. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was about her hair. I've seen people come on there with all kinds of hairdo, standing up on top of their head with rhinestones and breasts all down, and I think it was some more than that. It was energy. It was they didn't like her, and so they picked. When people don't like you, they'll kind of make you do something to want to go away. So they could have done that just so she could come out and say that, so they could let her go. But one thing they did is they protected themselves because the television network don't want people going around saying that they're racist. So guess what? Not only Gabrielle Union got fired, but the other lady got fired too. And she's a wealthy woman. So you see what I'm saying? There's more to the story, you guys. Please click like, share, and subscribe. And this is the Real News Talk Show. And this is just how I feel about it. Everybody have their own personal point of view. Everybody have their own personal point of view. But one thing I want people to know, I don't give a damn how much money you got and who you are. These people don't give a damn. They don't give a damn, and your money can't save you when they do stuff like this. So the thing of it is, like my daddy said, make your money, honey. Make your money, unless it gets to you mentally where you have to go. Make your money. But some people, like I say, you can't work in an environment if the vibes are not right. So I feel that Simon and Gabrielle Union and that other lady who they let go, I forgot her name. But anyway, if something wasn't flowing and something wasn't clicking and ticking, and otherwise it would be just a smooth, cool thing. It really would be. It really would be smooth and cool if it was ticking. And so people do what they want to do. But I know, like I said, I've been there, and I know you hear all these little comments. But see, some people can take certain things and others can't. And see, Gabrielle Union, she wasn't taking it if they was talking racist all the time. See, we don't know how many times they was talking racist, and we don't know what they said, and we don't know what actually happened. We're only going by what we hear. We are only going by what we hear on television, YouTube, and other people, talk shows. But nobody really, really knows what's going on. And I think, and I'll say it again, it was something personal. It was energy. It was vibes. It was somebody didn't like somebody. It was something that wasn't flowing. It wasn't gelling. It wasn't together. It wasn't together. Because teamwork should flow so that you can get a great show. That's how I feel about it. But that's just my take on it, you guys. You're going to let me know what you think about it. So please click like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be coming back with some more of Real News Talk Show, my point of view, and you can have your point of view. There's nothing wrong with everybody having their point of view, how they feel about certain situations, and no one can take that away. No one, because that is your feelings and how you feel. So with that, please click like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be coming back with more. And thank you for tuning in to the Real News Talk Show. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.